out there at legendary Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, a good battle in the black and blue NFC North. It's the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last 2 seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, he's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do 2 things: stay healthy and keep winning.
After a gain of 5 on first down, it is 2nd and 5. Go play action with Love. Get this over the middle to Golden. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Packers.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He's got a man. That's Watson. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 31 yards.
At the 4-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Jacobs. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
Just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time, it's Jacobs. And he'll go down back at the the 4-yard line.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
From the gun, it's Love. Moving to his left, and he will take this one across into the end zone. Jordan Love, touchdown, Packers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. The #1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
So although his rookie season didn't go exactly according to plan, the best thing that happened, Mike, was he started all 17 games. And I know there were some ups and some downs. He's got a new regime now, new stability, new head coach. And I think it's going to allow all of his physical talent we saw coming out of college that made Caleb Williams the #1 overall pick. I think it's going to let it shine. Because there is no question, when this guy is in the right system with the right play caller, he is as talented and as productive as any quarterback we've seen come out of the draft in the last couple years.
Pass is caught by DJ Moore. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And the Bears.
A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Chicago.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
5 yards on the play.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Left side by Odunze. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game. Like, I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up first and goal.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Bears.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He's got it, and the Bears come right back to tie it at 7.
The game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This taken at the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to see the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Love firing to Golden. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Love. That one caught. He finds Golden. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Love to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible.
You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen.
3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
Packers, first down.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. On first and 10, here's Love. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
One of the tight ends in motion right. Running is Jacobs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with the conservative run. Gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he'll have it. He'll have it at the 16-yard line. First down picked up as the running game comes through.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. Out quickly to Golden on the RPO. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Duvernay on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift, and he'll get about 5.
The ball carrier. The tackle by Quay Walker. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 4. They'll go play action here with Williams. Oh, that is downfield and caught by Zacchaeus. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's that's when disaster strikes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 44-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Goes brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the Bears send out their 2nd-year man, Torrey Taylor, to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. That's caught by Golden, right side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Over the middle, the tight end Musgrave. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the snack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Bears offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Swift. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
First down awaits at the 26-yard line. And here's third down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Back with more from Lambeau Field. After this, set to go now on first and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Keyshawn Nixon there for the tackle.
Keyshawn Nixon on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Second down and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Bears first down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Here's second and 2. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On second down, it's Williams. Over the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated.
That is caught. What a throw. Cole Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown, Chicago.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot, and with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
Santos for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bears are on top. It's 14 to 10.
14. Packers 10.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here's Williams on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll begin with first and 10. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. To throw is Love. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. The clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
2nd down throw for Love. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock.
And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
Back at his own 49.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hanson and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our 2nd half is about to get underway. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Bears offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Swift. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
At the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here. Another run by Swift. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Now Williams. Open man, left side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Throw right side, caught by Odunze. Into space. And he will go all the way. Rose Odunze. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown, Bears.
is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears are out to a 21-10 lead.
Packers 10.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On play action, Love. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Love. That complete to Jacobs. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. Here's Rome Odunze, the first-round pick, along with the Bears offense getting set for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. Over the middle, he's got Burden. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Williams gonna look deep, looking for more, and that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore, and it's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Love firing to Golden. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Packers.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That's Dobbs open left side. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
It's a gain of
14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Love to throw on first and 10. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he'll take this one in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this two-point try.
The Packers will set up for the two-point conversion.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half?
After a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
He's got Loveland free left side. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
Connection made. It's Burden. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. First down, Chicago.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Chicago.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Throwing again, Williams. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game. Like, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
3rd and 7. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That is caught for 3. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Kyle Manunga. Touchdown, Chicago. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Santos for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bears will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Packers 16.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. He'll start at the 4. Whoa! He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he's out of bounds, gain of 4. He'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On 2nd down, Love. That is into the hands of Wicks. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On second down, Jacobs. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
That's good for the Packers. First down. First and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Out to his right. Off he goes.
First and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. Second and goal.
From the 1, second and goal. Now Love. This one caught just past the pylon. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now it's McManus for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers have cut the deficit to 5.
Bears 28, Packers 23.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Duvernay on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So, out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll get about 4 to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On third down, it's Williams. Going for it all. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. Packers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Love to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it'll bring up second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Gain of 6.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. Past midfield to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
At the 24-yard
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. A 2nd down throw for Love. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
They'll run the sneak, and it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Love to throw it on first down. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible. Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time let's try to pick up some yards.
Throwing on second down, Love. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now, an extra point really doesn't help that much. He'll try to go for 2 and make the difference 3. And he will go down. Doesn't even get a throw on. The try for 2 is unsuccessful.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Duvernay on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now Caleb Williams and the Bears down 29-28. 2:21 time remaining. Plenty of time here. 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they begin 1st and 10. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They come to the line needing 6 yards for a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he'll indeed pick up a Bears 1st down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14.
A gain of 14. And a Bears 1st down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Bears.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So let's see if the Bears can keep it rolling as they go for 2.
The Bears will line up.
They'll try to pick this up with a run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 and extend the lead to 7 points.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
36-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Down quickly to Golden on the RPO. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
From the gun, it's Love. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day,
I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard. And the Bears are right back in this one.
And with time not on their side, they're trying to push the ball, generate some sort of chunk play by throwing the ball over the top of the defense. It's going to end up being a little bit too predictable. The defense is able to take the ball away, and barring something crazy happening, puts them in a prime position to close this one out.
The Bears offense back onto the field for their next possession. Still 2 timeouts remaining for the defense, but do the math. Even if they choose to use them, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from Lambeau Field.